Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So the FDA doesn't regulate essential oils, so each company therefore has to find their own way of regulating them, how they want to portray themselves, basically. And so what doTERRA did is they looked at what the FDA would require if they were getting FDA certification, and that's what they based their criteria on, basically. So that's just, yeah. So they call it this CPTG. That stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, which means that they are the purest essential oil that you can find. There's nothing added to it, no synthetics, no nothing. And like an awesome thing about essential oils, unlike the modern medicine treats your symptoms without necessarily getting to the root cause of what the issue is. So you go to the doctor and say, oh, I'm having allergies. Well, they're just going to give you medicine instead of like trying to help. I don't know if that was a good example, but they're just going to give you medicine that has side effects and all of this stuff. But with essential oils, they get to the root cause of the issue, which then treats the symptom. So they help if you have eczema. They have oils that you can like blend together and stuff to help treat the issue of the eczema, whether it's heat related or whatever. They heal the skin and then get rid of like the itching and redness and all of that eczema causes. So those are two huge differences between modern medicine and essential oils. And there's never, I know I kind of went over it, there's never, with essential oils, you never have any kind of harmful side effects like you do with modern medicine. Like I have a friend who she was wanting to use essential oils to get rid of her Zyrtec for her allergies, and she kind of was like going back and forth, like she could get, if she looked at it just the dollar amount, she could get the Zyrtec with her insurance and stuff cheaper than getting the oils, but then she looked at the side effects of long-term use of the Zyrtec, and it like totally freaked her out. She threw it away, didn't even like wean herself down, and for 2 weeks she itched all over. Like she didn't have a rash or anything, but it was like just her insides just itched, and she just felt itchy all the time. And like she's just now, I just asked her today, and like she isn't feeling that symptom anymore, but that is one of the symptoms of long-term use of Zyrtec, is just some people can't even ever get off of it because the symptom is so bad that they just don't want to deal with that for 2 weeks of itching. And there was nothing she could do. Like it wasn't an allergy itching, it was just kind of like a detox itching or something like that. So and if anybody has any questions like while we're doing this, just stop me and we can discuss it. Okay, so this next sector, why would we use doTERRA essential oils? The first reason is they are natural. The essential oils are natural aromatic compounds found in the seeds, flowers, bark, rinds, and leaves of plants, extracted and distilled for health benefits. It's like when you peel an orange, you know how you see that spurts? That's essential oils. So that, like wild orange, that spurts is what's in the bottle. So like, and the oils are on like the leaves and everything to help protect them. Oh, she's here. Dana. Good. They're on the plants to protect the plants. They keep them from harm, from disease, and all of that. So when you put the essential oils on you, it's protecting you from all of those harmful.
I find that he gets like this horrible, like pressury pain in his face. And that's what I was going to ask you, like, can you buy an allergy cocktail or do you have to mix it yourself? That's the thing that
when I started doing it, I just bought the 3 oils and I didn't even mix them at first. I just did, like, I do 2 drops on the bottoms of my feet.
Oh, you rub it on your feet?
Yeah.
You don't put it in the diffuser?
I mean, you can do that too, but putting it on yourself just makes it into your system even faster. So like, and you put it on the bottom of your feet because your pores are larger at the bottoms of your feet. So it gets into your bloodstream in 30 seconds and throughout your whole body in 20 minutes. So I started out just putting 2 drops of each of those 3 on the bottoms of my feet in the morning. And when I have a really bad allergy problem, I do it in the morning and at night. And then I would like put it right down here, like, not say your sinuses, but like, I don't know. When my allergies,
eustachian tubes or whatever it's called.
I don't remember what they're. I don't know all the scientific. I just say right here.
No, they're called the like eustachian.
Because when my allergies go crazy, my ears start itching.
Yes, mine too.
And so I just put it right here, and I used to put it right here, but the peppermint in it makes my eyes water, so I don't put it on my face anymore.
Like his dad, he has really bad, like, you know, right now the pollen is just,
It's bad.
We've just had such an early, like, bloom and everything. When I picked him up from school this morning, I thought 1 of 2 things happened. I thought he'd been crying or he'd been punched in the face because the circles on his eyes are like this, and he looked like he was. And it's definitely allergies. My husband's like, give me Zyrtec, give me Zyrtec. I'm like, I'm not giving my baby Zyrtec.
Yeah.
So I gave him, I think I had like just like this much left of children's Paradise. But I was gonna ask you, like, if I'm like let's say at night, like he's sleeping, could I do that diffuser in his room and just let him breathe that in all night? Or rub it on his feet?
Both.
Or both. Okay, or both.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
You
and
can
like
do his feet like right before he goes to school.
And it's the 8-year-old.
Yes.
He can like once kids are over 6, they like their systems are just more matured, I guess, so they can handle ingesting the oils too. Because like, so I started out just doing it 1 out of each bottle, 2 drops out of each bottle. Then I changed to a roller bottle because I was like, this is getting obnoxious. And then now I make little veggie caps, which I forgot the veggie caps, but I make my own little pills and just take it that way. And then when I have allergy problems, I just use a roller bottle, like, periodically.
Aren't these swollen up?
Oh, he's been moving for months now.
Okay, so we'll go back to the natural. We're on this section of the handout here. So yeah, like I was saying, the oils are on all of these plants to help protect them from disease and harmful everything. And when you put the oils on yourself, it therefore protects you from all of those harmful things and helps heal your body faster and everything. So this picture here is of the little peppermint sacs that are on a peppermint leaf that help protect it. And to give you an example of the potency of these oils, 1 drop of peppermint is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea in the power of it. So a little bit goes a long way. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question about that because like my mom uses oils, my friends use oils, all that sort of stuff. But I was reading articles online and they were talking about that very thing, like how concentrated, how potent it is, and talking about the difference between applying it versus diffusing it. And I mean, you know, you can read anything out there.
Yeah.
But this particular article, or actually 2, I think we're talking about, you know, how much they think that you should diffuse rather than apply. And I mean, I've applied it on myself, getting it on my daughter, whatever. But they're like, well, the potency is so high that it was never meant blah 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 to be. And I'm like, well. And I also know things about like it actually they have frequencies and can help with frequencies your body operates at besides the other.
Yeah, and a lot of it depends on the purity of the oil. Like the doTERRA oils are the purest oils that you will be able to find. They are, and we'll get to this part, they're grown in the country they're indigenous to, so nothing has to be added to the soil to help it grow. So they are.
So does that make it more organic? Sorry, that was gonna be my question. Like,
it's not. We don't. I mean, we don't really. We don't like using the word organic because like the world now has kind of tainted the word organic because in order for something to be labeled organic, that company has to pay a lot of money for it to be labeled that, and then it only has to have 5% purity.
Well, I know what I mean by organic, but
okay. If you mean like nothing,
it's from where it comes from, whatever country. So
yeah. So pure is the word that we use instead of organic, since some people think.
But people say pure too, and that's like.
I don't know. It's. In here they use the word beyond organic, but there's no such thing as beyond organic. So I just tend to say pure, but more than organic. Yeah, so like if you go,
they test them like 12 different times for like any kind of pesticides or chemicals or anything like. I mean, they
go
test
through
it on the wazoo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
They test like let's say
oil.
orange
They're
oil. They
batches.
test the oranges.
No,
or
they test
the
the
oil.
oil batches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
After they've
It's-
distilled everything.
so it's grown, harvested, distilled, and bottled in the country that it's indigenous to. So it's not like, okay, lavender is grown in France because that's where it's indigenous to. Then they send it over here and then it's bottled. It doesn't go through that many hands.
Okay.
They do what they call co-impact sourcing. So they teach growers how what they require for their crops to be doTERRA certified or whatever. So they not only teach these people how to do something different that's more pure, they also give jobs to people that wouldn't be able to have it before. Because like vetiver is grown somewhere in Africa or something like that, and so like they go over there to teach them how to do these crops and when to harvest them and all of this. So they're giving them an education as well. Does that help answer? Did I answer
I was
it?
just wondering about like the potency, like how they've determined what is safe, for application, with it being so potent as it is. Like,
It just
I
kind
don't know
of.
if you know anything about that or not.
I don't know if I totally understand what you're asking,
How
but
much is too much?
basically,
Yeah, how do you
okay.
know?
Yeah, how are they? I mean, because it'll be 2 drops of this. Or I'm like, how have they come to determine what's okay?
I read that.
Because
It's
it's
all over my
Would
head.
it depend on the size of the human? Like, obviously a baby is gonna need less than like a
I
whole.
did, but I think I was too far gone.
It depends on who it is you're putting it on, whether it's a child or an elderly person even, or
I would love to
just
see it
you
from the
not.
beginning.
And it depends on what the oil is. Like oregano is their like super spicy oil, so no matter who it's going on, it needs to be diluted because its potency is really strong. So diluting it doesn't make its potency less, it helps your body be able to handle it better. Because all of the oils go through your liver, so like for oregano to go through your liver, it takes between 1 and 4 hours. So you don't want to do too much between that. Like you want to give your liver enough time to circulate all of whatever you're putting into it. So like you just kind of not only have to watch yourself, but like do research on whatever it is that you're wanting to start using. Like that's how I started doing it. And like with my son, you can make this blend that we call the flu shot, and it has oregano in it. And I'm always, he's 2, and I'm always leery about doing anything with oregano. Like I have before, and when he was in a diaper, it always caused a diaper rash and everything. And so like I'm really leery about doing this. Like when he does get sick, I just try and stay away from oregano. Not that I don't know if it's necessarily harming him. It's just cleaning his system out. But I don't feel comfortable putting that much stuff on. So I just stick with On Guard rather than using the oregano. So I just kind of. Some of it is trial and error. It's not going to like kill somebody. So it just
I ended up using a blend from Jamie, an excellent blend you found in her baby book.
That was 2 drops of frankincense, 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of melaleuca, and then 1 drop of geranium. And like
in a roller bottle,
in a roller
and then
bottle.
everything
And
else
everything else
filled.
was coconut oil. It's like the difference between like an instant, like you know how you take BC powder and it's like that, and then you take something that's time released and it slowly releases it into your system over time. That's how I kind of understand diluting it down. It doesn't decrease the potency like she said, but it just spreads it out so your body can handle it better.
Mixing it in the coconut oil helps that?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what you have to do for babies.
So that's what you did with this too, so it's like, you just shake it or whatever?
No,
You
it's
don't
already
have to
mixed.
jump, it's like already done, that's it,
It's
you
already
just
mixed.
roll
All
it
you have
on?
to do is just roll it on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, okay. The next one is safe, which we kind of went over that. They're harvested in their natural habitat. They go through third-party testing of every batch to ensure the powerful benefits without harmful side effects. And then they're beyond organic, verified, pure, free of fillers, pesticides and foreign contaminants. So that right there is what sets doTERRA apart from other essential oil companies. Is most essential oil companies are therapeutic grade, so they don't have that certified pure in front of them. So it's basically up to your own discretion if you want to use them. Like therapeutic grade aren't necessarily grown in their natural habitats and all of that. So if something's not grown in its natural habitat, it has to be given stuff in order to help it grow. So it's just kind of, at that point, it just becomes your own preference. And then the next thing is effective. It works with the body to address the issues and root causes on a cellular level. So this diagram here, I absolutely love this. If you get, say, a viral infection, you go to the doctor and they say, sorry, it's a viral infection, there's nothing we can do if you just go home and do eat saltines and ginger ale kind of thing, and then you just have to let it work its way out. Well, you don't have to do that anymore because essential oils, they're made up of so many compounds that they can penetrate the cell wall and get right to where the virus lives, which is inside of your cell. If you get antibiotics, it's just killing the bacteria around the cell, but it's not actually killing the virus inside your cell, which will just continue making you sick. So I love that diagram for that reason. And it's not to say that these oils are going to prevent you from ever getting any kind of sickness. They're going to help you get over sickness faster or not get it nearly as strong as you would before. Because I use On Guard is their, I'll pass it around actually, is their immune boosting. It's their protective blend, which is their immune boosting blend. And I use this every day on my son and I, and we've gotten the cold sniffles and stuff, but nothing nearly like what a lot of people are getting with the colds and everything. So it has cinnamon, clove.
I think it has lemon in it.
I forget what. There's.
It smells lemony.
Huh? Oh, eucalyptus. Yeah.
We had to diffuse eucalyptus when Neil was 2 weeks old because we both got terrible cold and she couldn't breathe, and I'm like, I don't know what else to do for her.
Yeah, you just can't apply eucalyptus, right?
Right.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, On Guard is for when they're over a year old, I think.
No, On Guard. I always put eucalyptus on my son. It's the purity factor as far as not being able to put something on a child. If you have any, babies they have to be diluted, and when you dilute, it's 1 drop for every tablespoon of fractionated coconut oil. So tablespoon, I don't know how to say it. That's like this in my 2 hands together or something like this. It makes it so it's not less potent, it's just like she was saying, it makes it so your body can handle it more.
Can you say what happens if you don't dilute it with babies?
It's just gonna overwhelm their system, yeah.
But could that do something bad to them, or just make them get diarrhea or something?
Yeah, they may get skin sensitivity
and they can get sick from it, and you don't kids under 6 shouldn't ingest any of the oils just because their systems aren't built to do that. So you dilute it, and the 1 drop for every tablespoon of fractionated coconut oil, and I generally just apply it on my son's feet, unless he has if he was that small, I would just do it on his feet. This big, I would, if he was having a breathing problem, I would put Breathe on his chest.
And I've done it on Olivia's chest and her back.
And her back, yeah. Yeah.
And how long before you felt like the cough was better?
A day and a half. Wow.
Yeah.
She was coughing and sneezing because when I was at work on Sunday, I put it on her at night, I put it on her in the morning, I think I did 3 applications on her chest and back, and by the next night, she was
This is Breathe.
That's the one you sent me.
Yeah, respiratory problems. This is what I used for my asthma.
That's the one you sent me.
Oh, you're who I sent a sample to. Okay.
Yeah, because I used to take singular Flonase and singular Flonase and Advair, and I went off of it when I was having heart trouble because all the steroids was giving me tachycardia.
Can you just smell it, or do you put it on?
You can put a drop of it in your your hand if you want to, and put it on. I don't care. If I pass around an oil, you can put it on.
Well, that's what I'm just wondering. Sorry, because it said breathe, so in my head I was like, are you just supposed to breathe it in?
No, it's breathe just because it's a respiratory like.
Yeah, we're gonna pass around a deep blue.
Okay, this is my next favorite diagram here, is this one underneath this cell one we just looked at. This is a live blood sample of the chief medical officer of doTERRA, Dr. Hill. He wanted to do an experiment with this essential oil called Balance. So he, and feel free to put a drop of this, just like tilt it and put a drop of this.
Balance? I'm sorry, is that like for stress and anxiety?
Yes.
So this is like, okay.
This is awesome.
This is like a calming one.
It's their grounding oil. It's like a staple in my house. I put it on my son when he's having tantrums, and it calms him right down. For real.
I'll douse her.
Yeah.
That's
Throw it on like holy water.
Okay,
I'm gonna get that.
I have to
Catholic
tell,
baby. Yeah, just
a baby story for real. My friend was like new to oils. It was like, whatever. And she had, I don't know which one it was, but it was like,
I have the gate we put up too.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
we
we
were on
can
a
shut
road
those.
trip, and
Shut
kids were like going insane, whatever. She's like, oh my gosh, where is that? They found the oil, put it on a tissue, stuck it in the air vent. She's like, man, about 5 minutes later, they're like,
No joke.
yeah, she's like, it was,
Yeah.
it's like I was sold after that.
That and Serenity mixed together are really, really, really good for exciting stress. I love this one.
They okay, let me do this, say this story first real quick.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep asking.
No, it's okay.
Awesome. I love that.
So,
Medical officer Dr. Hill, he wanted to do this experiment with Balance just to see how powerful it was. So the morning he was coming into work, he ate the most unhealthy meal that he could possibly eat. Came into work, they drew his blood. This first diagram is a picture of his blood after he ate this meal. It's all clumpy, gross, no like good oxygen flow or anything like that. He
put one drop of Balance on the bottom of his big toe. Not really sure why he did the big toe, but that's just what he did, so we'll go with it. So the bottom of his big toe. 30 seconds later, they drew his blood again, and that second diagram is what his cells look like after 30 seconds of the Balance being on his skin. It oxygenated it, it helped it like just get back to normal. It's absolutely incredible. And like I was saying, when my son has a tantrum, and it's not a tantrum, I don't put it on him when he's having a tantrum just because he's not getting what he wants. I do it when he's having a
Sorry.
You can put it on your neck, just so you can smell it.
I never put it in my hand.
In however you want to do it. Whatever's most
It's
comfortable for
thick.
you.
That one's kind of thick.
Okay, well,
And so I put it on him when he's having a tantrum that he doesn't know how to deal with. Like it's something that he just like the emotions he's feeling and stuff, he just doesn't know how to handle. So I'll take his shoes and socks off, put it on his feet, I'll put it on his neck, and literally like within, I'll just say 2 minutes, he's like calming down, and sometimes he's even falling asleep because the reason that he was having the tantrum was because he was tired and just couldn't figure out how to get to sleep. So,
can you put that on one's hip size?
oh yeah.
Yes.
My son has had it since he was like 8 months old or something like that.
Her blends
It's-
before bed is that, Serenity and Cedarwood.
Cedarwood, it's amazing.
It's just, I mix like 1 drop of each in a roller bottle and
Yeah.
just on her feet right before she goes to bed. And here's the difference it makes. If I don't put it on before her bath, if I just put it on her when I'm starting to get her jammies on and everything, she fights me. She does, she fights. She doesn't want to go to bed. If I put it on before she goes in her bath, she just lays there, lets me put her jammies on. She's fine.
Really?
Yes.
So she gets like chill.
I need that.
She does.
Yeah.
It
Well,
just, it
because
balances her out.
balance is a grounding blend. So if you think of a big tree, all of the roots are grounded really, really deep, and no matter how much that tree sways or how much stress is put on that tree, if it's healthy, it's going to stay standing. That's what that kind of does. It helps bring you back to your center, basically, for lack of a better word.
Well, the question I have is if you rub it on the feet before the bath, it's already absorbed in that you're washing off what you're.
Okay. Yeah, it absorbs within like 30 seconds. Even if you're feeling some of
Like
it
a
on
slimy,
the bottom,
like the oily
it's
feeling?
still in your
Oh,
system.
okay, that's
Yeah.
really cool to
It's
know.
super, super fast.
Yeah.
Because you just think when you put something on the skin and it's sitting there, you
Yeah.
know, you don't
No.
think that it's.
And I don't think all of you were. I don't think all of you are in the room. You put it. We're saying the bottom of your feet because the pores in the bottoms of your feet are bigger, so it gets into your system faster. So that's why we say the bottom of your feet. So if there's an oil you don't like the smell of, put it on the bottom of your feet, then you don't have to smell it. Most of them I like the smell of, so I do it on the bottom of my feet and I do it on my neck so I can smell it.
Yeah.
And then it's a good perfume.
I would do it topically for her. I mean, that's meant to be topical too.
And so, like, we've kind of touched on this part too, but like, there's 4 different grades of oils. There's synthetic, which is basically like your Bath and Body Works. All of that stuff is just man-made, absolutely no purity level to any of it. So if you have a friend or if you have ever said, like my sister-in-law used to say she was allergic to lavender. Well, she was allergic to the synthetic lavender because everything that she had ever tried broke her out. She tries the pure lavender and she doesn't have an issue at all. So it's, most of the time if you're allergic to something like that, it's just the synthetic version. Still test it out like on your skin just to make sure it doesn't like give you a rash or anything like that, but most of the time it's just the synthetic version.
That's pretty cool.
The next one is food essential oils. So this is like what they make cinnamon gum with and wintergreen gum. That's just food grade essential oils. It has no therapeutic anything to it. The therapeutic essential oils, these are the ones that I was talking about before that like aren't necessarily grown in their natural habitat. They're not necessarily, they're therapeutic grade, but they're not the pure. And then you have the CPTG. This is the world's highest quality essential oils, provide an extensive shelf life and are safe for all uses. Okay, this next section is, you get to do a little bit of writing. So we'll just pass around some pens here. The next page, just write down a few of your like top health issues, how much you think it costs you in a year time or in a month's time, whatever you want to do.
Continue.
All right, go. Okay, so does anybody have anything that they would like to find out if there's an oil for? Do you want to share?
I don't want to cut the group. I have to come home soon for
Okay.
bedtime and everything.
Okay.
But I just get like aches. Like I'm on my feet a lot, so I get like feet aches, back aches, wrist aches. I feel like an old lady at 21, so I really need to like
You're on your feet all day.
handle that.
Here it is. This is my open one. This is they make an oil also, but I love the rub. It's kind of like Bengay. Here you go.
Yeah.
And it's deep blue. It's really good for like achy muscles. I use it after I run. I'll like rub my calves with it and stuff. Like if after you get done with work, rub your feet with it, or even midday or something, rub your feet with it. It does that icy feeling that Bengay does. And I hate relating it to an over the counter, but that's like it smells like it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is awesome. Like if I get knots in my neck, I'll use it on those, and like it's not just like getting rid of the knot, it's just helping the tension that knot is causing.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean you can, if you have an achy spot right now, you can rub it on whenever you want. A little bit goes a long way. So yeah, that's what I would recommend for any kind of achy anything.
That's really
For feet, Cheyenne, because I have an issue with my feet. I've had plantar fasciitis, which is where it's like inflamed and it feels like you're stepping on glass on my heel.
Yeah.
That's actually gotten better, but my feet ache horribly by the end of the day. You can soak your feet in like warm water with Epsom salts and I think it's like ginger and lime or something, and
Yeah.
that has really helped me too. That, and I throw like lavender and lemongrass in my feet too. So yes, there are other things for feet especially.
Yeah,
that is near and dear to my heart.
Well, and once you get into using the oils, like there's not just one thing, like she's saying, like there's not just one thing for that one oil to be used for. There's like that second packet that I gave you is for the family physician kit, which is a kit you can buy that has I think it's 10 or 11 of the most used oils, and like it has 15 of the uses. It has 15 uses for each one of those oils. And they're not like 15 different uses for them that you wouldn't necessarily think of or anything like that.
Yeah. Ooh, I can smell that.
So there's, and you can mix the oils, like if you go on Pinterest or whatever and you look up like sore muscles, like I have one in my purse that has it's for sore muscles, because I don't carry that big thing around with me everywhere. And it has wintergreen, cypress, black pepper, and I forget what else. So like there's like an endless array of.
How long does it take to, like if I'm using something for headaches, is it going to take like a day to start working? Does it start
no,
immediately?
If you were using something for headaches, it would start immediately.
Okay.
I don't get headaches very often, so I haven't ever had to use the headache blends or anything, but everybody that I know that has used them and does use them, it takes it away faster than Tylenol takes it.
Do they have a headache blend?
Yeah, it's called Past Tense. It's for headaches, migraines, tension headaches.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
And you just kind of apply it where the headache is.
Where the
it's
headache
like a sinus headache, or if it's like in your temples or the back of your head.
Yeah.
It works very well. I made it's
and
not
like
past tense, but it's got some of the same oils in it.
Yeah, and like you can, if you don't have Past Tense, but you have a whole bunch of other single oils, like you can look online and
You
like
can make your own.
yeah, lavender, peppermint, and frankincense is a good one for headaches. If you don't have Past Tense.
Yep.
So there's lots of creativity. What did you raise your hand?
Stomach.
They have Digestin is their digestive blend, and that pretty much takes the place of Tums, Pepto-Bismol.
What's all in it?
I don't even remember.
It smells a little bit like vinegar.
It doesn't smell very good,
No.
but
It smells like liquor.
it works really, really good.
So
It's good for motion sickness, morning sickness,
You've not been with vinegar in that.
any kinds of little stomach sickness. Yeah, you can use them when you're pregnant. There's, I have a book over there that like, on the back of it, it tells you like which ones are safe, which ones to ask your doctor with. But the majority of them are safe to use while you're pregnant. But Digestin, most of the time you just put like 2 or 3 drops on your stomach and rub it in, and within like 5-10 minutes you're starting to feel a difference. And it's good for heartburn, indigestion, anything like that.
Okay.
I use it for my daughter when she gets
Constipated?
yes.
Yeah, I use it for
It will
my
make
son
you
too.
poop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
cool.
She went through this phase where she would poop about once every 3 days, and when she did, it was up her back, it was down her leg, it was epic. It was 3 days worth of crap. And I started putting this on her. She'll go once or twice a day now, and she's fine.
Yeah.
I just rub it on her stomach in the morning, and I rub it on her stomach.
My
before
daughter
she
has
goes
that
to bed.
other problem. She'll go once a day, but she gets what I call like the little rabbit rocks.
Oh,
little bunny pellets.
It helps with constipation.
Yeah,
And
that
that might
does.
help her, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I know, it's sad.
anybody else?
Looks like it hurt.
I feel sorry for her.
You were saying, Melody, earlier you get anxiety and stuff.
Yes.
Good
We
ones
both
that
do.
okay, good.
I'm gonna call you out. We're both stressed mamas.
Most
I'm
people,
sorry, but use it
when I ask people if they like for what kind of oil they're looking for, like most of the time it's stress and anxiety. Those are like
Yeah,
the main ones.
definitely.
And my aunt used to be on Xanax, so she's like, is there something that I could use to like replace this? So I looked it up, and there's actually people have found that a way to blend some of the oils, and they call it liquid Xanax. It's balanced, which you smelled. It's Serenity, and then Vetiver. Serenity is the calming blend. It's kind of like lavender on steroids, I think.
It smells super good. It's like got a vanilla. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's really good. It has vanilla in it and stuff. And then this is the other one, Vetiver. Vetiver is a grass. This is the one that's grown in Africa that I say not
You
that
would mix
matters.
these two together?
Those 3. You'd mix them in a roller bottle. Well, Balance was the other one. You smelled that one.
That's nice.
Vetiver is very earthy because it's grass. But you'd mix them in a roller bottle. It's like
Oh,
I can't remember what the.
drops
Yeah,
in
I
each
just
bottle
said-
do you put in the roller bottle?
That's what I was about to say. I think it's like 6 to 8 or something like that, and then you fill the rest of the roller bottle with the fractionated
So you
coconut
would do
oil.
like, let's say this one, 6 drops, 6 drops, 6 drops, rest of the coconut, that's.
Fractionated.
Does it have to be fractionated?
Yeah, because fractionated is liquid form.
Where would you get the fractionated?
I wish I brought mine. I didn't. But like, you can doTERRA.
Calm down.
doTERRA makes a fractionated coconut oil. The a cheaper one, I have found one at Walmart and Target that if you go in the cooking aisle, it's only $8.
Why did you not tell me about this?
You know so many different hacks. I just kind of figured you knew.
I didn't realize we were going outside the doTERRA family.
But it's called cooking. Like they call it cooking coconut oil, but it's the exact same thing.
So cooking coconut oil is fractionated coconut oil?
As long as it's liquid. But yes, it's the same.
It'll get hard if it's.
Otherwise, it's hard.
If it's over if it's under 76
Now, what
degrees,
if I
it'll be
wanted to throw this in the diffuser? How does
Yep.
that work?
You just put 2 or 3 drops of each of them in the diffuser.
You put water in the
Yes,
diffuser?
yes. You
Okay.
fill it.
Waters.
You fill it up to the line of water,
And then
then you start.
Oh, he's.
Are you gonna make the video interesting?
Yeah.
Bring the house down.
Oh, and add the balance to it, and it's really, really good. Like, people are like, wow, just smelling it, like, makes the stress, like, yeah. And this, here, you can smell it if you want to. So this is already
mixed combo. You
this
don't
is
have
the
to
blend
do
that they already make. And you just rub it right on your abdomen, like where your uterus is, and
So this actually helps with cramping too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I wish that would have, been around small.
Does anybody else want to smell it?
yeah,
This is the women's problem.
That is for hormones.
Like cramping.
I need that right now.
Quick, rub it on you.
Yeah, we're
Testimonial. Right
on
on
your abdomen.
Oh, or my neck. I just did that.
Or your neck, it smells good.
It smells good though.
Yeah.
I just
it's-
got my period back. Sorry, TMI.
I have not.
It's 11-month birthday. I'm like, you've got to be
I'm
kidding
so
me.
sorry.
I did not miss you.
And breastfeeding. Breastfeeding makes, like, it's good for them, but
And all of these are
screws
okay
up.
with breastfeeding?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm like a roller coaster. Bradley's like, are you crying again?
Yeah,
I'm
she
like,
did.
Yeah. It's
Sorry. Did you
like,
ever put it on?
I breastfed till he was a year old.
On your
and
abdomen?
it screws up your
Right here?
hormones.
Yeah, I rolled it under my
Did you have
shirt.
an epidural?
No, we did all natural, hoping I
Yeah,
was
we
at
were
the birth center.
Yeah, I had natural, but I didn't go to the birth center. I was so mad. But I know the reason I chose natural. I had epidural with the first one. My hair fell out really bad.
Oh, really?
After the birth. Yeah. Well, not right away. Like a few months later.
Yeah, well, the 4.5 months. It hopes it's happened the same thing with Olivia.
It could be hormonal, but I mean, mine was falling out in like chunks, and I know it was anesthesia.
Yeah, mine was fine.
So to me, the pain that I went through that day was worth like the residual side effects from the anesthesia. Do you know what I mean? It was worth that. Because I didn't like that completely numb, tingly bleh. So gross.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was very
Did you meet
Yeah.
her?
Getting any of these?
Like,
It just
look
wasn't.
more into it when I
It was
can
kind of
think
hard to
more
explain.
about
The
it,
one that's
because I
like
do
right by the
have
hospital you're talking about, right?
no, not the one
Yeah.
over by Dunkin' Donuts.
I will.
That's sketchy.
I'm interested, really.
What?
This sketchy looking one.
It does, it kind of does.
It looks like
It's like crazy.
It looks like a
It's all like.
But they sent you home that day.
I was home by 3, and like 3:42, and I was
Yeah.
home by 8:30.
Whatever reason.
That is what I really wanted. I wanted a home birth. As anxious about a home birth because our middle child had some breathing issues, he didn't breathe on, and he was just even though we lived in the apartment complex right by Dillard, and we were right by that hospital, and I felt like, well, if we had to, we could get right there. It just didn't feel good. He was so anxious, making me anxious.
Thank you, you too.
Wasn't worth
Bye,
it.
y'all.
Her collarbone broke.
Okay, thank you.
Delivery and all this other stuff happened in the hospital and neglected her. My husband and they tried to bill us for their neglect. My husband was like, oh, don't you wish we would have had her home now? Because for what I could have had her,
No,
I could
I
have
had
had 6
emergency
babies
C-section.
for one hospital birth, what you can have for the home.
If anybody has any other questions, no? Okay. We're going to go on to, so like I was saying earlier, the oils aren't meant to keep you from ever getting sick or anything bad ever happening to you.
They're not vaccinations.
They're not miracle workers. But as long as, just like with anything else, like as long as you like maintain a healthy lifestyle and stuff like that, like just keep yourself healthy, like you can
Your body
have-
will do what it's designed to do.
Yeah,
and these
and these will help with that. I don't know about you guys, but like I was always super skeptical about supplements. I was like, I don't need supplements like vitamins and all that. I just kind of felt like it was pointless. I didn't feel any different taking them, so I didn't do them. So when I started using the oils, they have their #1 selling product isn't even essential oil. It's their lifelong vitality supplements. It's a month's supply. They give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you do not like them, don't like how they make you feel, or you just don't feel any different, they will give you your money back after 30 days. The supplements are going to be gone, but they will give you your money back if you're not happy. I've never known that anybody has ever done that, needed to do that, because they love them. So I was like, I didn't even start doing them until maybe 3 months ago. Yeah, it was 3 months ago. I started using them, and I actually, I started feeling more energized. Like, I didn't have, like, that tired feeling. You take some in the morning and some in the, mid-afternoon. I was just feeling more energized. Like, my hair wasn't falling out as much. It felt so smooth and shiny all the time. It was actually starting to grow. It was just amazing. Like, I just feel so much better. I went a month without having them, and then just started back this last month. And I'm like, why did I even not have these for a whole entire month? Like, I just feel fantastic on them. Like, and I swear to you, I have never been one to take supplements before. It's never been my thing. But these, I actually feel different taking them, and I feel better. And so I highly recommend their Lifelong Vitality Pack. You take it says to do Terrazyme too. I've never done the Terrazyme. I just do the morning and evening pills. Okay. So the 3 ways we've talked about that you can use the essential oils is aromatically, topically, and internally. Aromatically is in a diffuser like this.
I like that.
You put water in it, and then you just put however many drops. Usually they usually recommend not to go over 8 drops or so. So you just put however many drops. You can diffuse it all throughout the day. These ones last, you can do 1 hour, 2 hours, or 4 hours. I have one in my son's room that lasts for 8 hours.
Yeah.
So it only works per room, right? It can't
they're usually right around 400 or 500 square feet.
Ooh, okay.
So you just have I have one in my son's room, I have one in my room, and then I have one in the kitchen, dining room area that I can just move around.
Would that one do my family room, kitchen, eating kitchen area? You know, the big room. Would that?
That's a lot of space. That's a lot of space. I would probably do. I would probably use 2.
Yeah, and you can. The first diffuser that I bought was on Amazon. I mean, they make all kinds of companies.
Do you
make
have
diffusers.
to use the brand the brands of oils with the brand diffuser?
No.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
The diffuser doesn't know any difference.
And yeah.
That's a good question.
So yeah, I use the diffuser. It's right by my bed at night, and I put Breathe in it for my. It helps with just opening areas, even if you don't have respiratory problems or anything. But you can put whatever you want to in them to help you sleep, to energize you in the middle of the day, whatever.
On guard
to
if
help
your
with
family's
stress.
sick.
On guard if your family's sick.
The allergy one.
The allergy one. I was just diffusing the allergy one today because my son and I are struggling.
Yeah, it's bad out there.
Yeah, it is. And did you know that the pollen that you can see is not the pollen you're allergic to?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so imagine how much, if you can see all of that yellow pollen on the cars, there's even more of the other pollen, and that's what you're allergic to. Yeah. And then topically is applying it on your skin. For adults, there's only a couple, On Guard you want to dilute because it's a spicy one, and by spicy, it just means that it's, it has cinnamon in it, makes it kind of spicy, it's not going to burn you, give you 3rd-degree burn or anything like that, but it's just kind of might irritate your skin. Plus, if you just put it on by itself, it's so heavy that 80% of it will just evaporate, so it won't even go into your skin.
Aren't those the one with the really high oregano or whatever you were talking about?
No,
okay.
Oregano is just by itself.
Oh, okay.
On Guard is a blend. It's the protected blend. And then On Guard you always have to dilute no matter who it is that you're putting it on. But yeah, so put it on your feet, on your reflex points, basically anywhere. There's your feet, and another reason you can put it on your feet is because the bottoms of your feet are attached to like certain organs in your body. So like your sinuses with allergy problems, I always put stuff, like when I'm going to bed, if I have allergy problems, I always put it on the bottoms of my toes, because the bottoms of your toes are connected to your sinuses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that explains the
Here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a,
There's
that's
the
awesome.
points that you can hit for certain
Even your
systems.
ears have certain, like, they're connected to certain body parts too. The other one is internally. You can drink the essential oils, like put some in your water and do that. You have to do it in glass. Now, this is plastic, it's not glass, but the difference between like your drinking water plastic bottle and this is like, this plastic is made for essential oils. So it's whatever grade it has to be in order to be able to withstand that, because the essential oils will eat through regular plastic bottles. So you just drink it in glass bottles. You can take that, they make little veggie caps, and I make my little allergy pills in veggie caps and take them internally that way.
Have you tried the Try Ease yet?
No, because there's not, I put 5 drops of the oil, of each of the oils in the veggie caps. And if you look at like the price difference, it's cheaper getting the
Okay, I was just
individual
curious.
vials than.
I was just wondering if the burping would be different with the Try Ease.
Oh, I have no idea.
That was the one thing that, you know,
Yeah.
they worked, but I was burping lavender for 4 or 5 hours. So.
Yeah, I don't work lavender. Mine is my throat just
I don't mind the
feels
peppermint.
pepperminty.
I don't mind the peppermint.
Yeah.
It was lavender for me.
Oh.
It worked, but I do it on my feet now.
Smells good, doesn't taste good.
They also have like they have one here that under the internally, it's called Slim and Sassy. This is their metabolic blend. And it's not to help you, it's not like it's going to make you lose weight, but it helps curb the cravings that you don't need.
Like when carby, sugary stuff.
Yes.
But I love that stuff.
And honestly, like I was like,
Doesn't sound like
I'm
fun at
always
all.
skeptical about like those weight things and everything. So I was like, that's so stupid. And again, that was another thing that I just started doing that this month and have lost 6 pounds. Yeah.
Because you're not,
Because
like,
I'm not-
picking all day,
Yeah.
right? Because you're not
Yeah.
craving.
Yeah.
Which one was that called again?
It's called Slim and Sassy.
Let me see that one.
And they have, you can smell it.
It can smell like poo. I really does not even it does smell good.
It doesn't take, like if you were to just put that in your water, to me it doesn't taste
Do you
good.
have to ingest this one? You can't rub this
Yes,
one?
you have to ingest this one in order for it
But
to
you
be.
can put it in a little
You can put it in little veggie caps. That's what I
Just
do.
get empty capsules.
And then you don't
Did
even
you
taste
smell this
it.
one? It's not.
No, I haven't smelled that.
But they make these things also that have the Slim and Sassy in them, and these.
Oh, the shakes.
Yeah, like, and I add a scoop of this into my smoothies. It is so delicious. I love it.
I do my scoop in my milkshakes.
And then they have it in vanilla and chocolate.
This is the slime.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it smells good, but it doesn't. It kind of tastes like when you put it just directly in water and drink it. It makes your taste buds kind of explode to me because it has like it's just got the weirdest like it just has the weirdest things in it to. I don't know how to describe it. If you want to try it in your
So you
water,
wouldn't
you
want
can
to
try it.
you wouldn't just want to drop that on your tongue.
No, you're not
People
going to
can. I know people that just do that just to get it over with.
That's a whole different type of essential oil party.
You
We got the shots lined
Some
up.
people-
You lick, drink.
Like a friend of mine just started doing it, and I was doing 5 drops in a veggie cap morning and afternoon. So she started trying to do that. Well, it was upsetting her stomach that
Okay.
much. So I said, well, just cut it back to like 2 or 3 and just work yourself up. Like my mom does 8 or 10 or something like that, and like you can do. I think they say 8 to 10 drops, like up to 3 times a day. So I just started doing 8 drops, and I only do it twice a day. Yeah.
I actually, you know that one of the big informational doTERRA videos on YouTube, it's like the replacing your medicine cabinets.
Oh yeah, medicine cabinet makeover.
She actually talks about the firemen who apply it to get rid of cellulite.
Cellulite,
They
yeah, I was
actually
just about
use
to
the
say
Slim
that
and
too.
Sassy. They actually rub it on cellulite.
If you were
and
to
helps.
put it, it doesn't help with weight
Fireman?
management, but it helps with
Yeah,
if you have
fireman.
cellulite
Like
in
they
the eyes.
all-
Yeah, it'll help reduce that.
Yeah. We still got plenty of that.
And there's even like a blend you can make with, I think it's like 8 different oils. So you know those it wraps or whatever.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You can make.
No, but
you can.
I wanted to buy a
think
waist. Sorry, I wanted to buy a waist tray the other day. My husband's like, I swear, if you squish your liver, I'm gonna like. Apparently they're bad for you. And I'm like, well, you know, and I'm just like, it's exactly what it is. But he's like, you realize that it like crushes your, like he showed me what it does.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
Listen, I work party for my friend next week to help her out.
Because I would have been walking around with that.
One of the ones, I have one of those, so I'll invite you to that.
Are you gonna do the waist tray?
But if you
try it. I'll try anything. If they tell me I'm just gonna look slimmer, I'm the worst. I'm the like, I have like, I'll buy it written on my forehead. I'm like so lazy. I want a quick fix. I'm the worst.
Okay, so anybody have any other questions? For oil? Questions or anything? Any questions? No? Okay, the next page, there's, if you look on the back of one, there's the prices of the oils. There's a retail price and there's a wholesale price. Retail is what you would just, if you were wanting to buy just one particular oil right now and just buy it, then that's what you do. But the best option for buying oils if you're wanting to start actually like using them in your family all the time and everything is to get a wholesale membership. This does not mean that you have to buy a certain amount every month. You don't have to be selling it like I'm doing. You just have a wholesale account to save 25% off all of your product purchases for an entire year. You can buy the membership for $35 for a whole year and start off right away getting the 25% off, or you can buy one of the kits that are in these pictures, and the membership fee is waived. So, and the kits, the most popular kit is the Home Essentials kit and the Family Physician kit. They come, the Family Physician kit have the oil bottles. They're these little tiny ones. They're 5 ml. These have roughly between 60 and 75 drops in them. And
which goes a very long way.
and then these have 3 times the amount of oil in them, which is what the Home Essentials kit comes with. And then you also get a diffuser in the Home Essentials kit.
That's the one I was telling you about, Melody. That's the one I got.